bhūtāni viṣṇo sura-pūjitāni durdarśa-liṅgāni mahādbhutāni rakṣanti tad-bhaktimataḥ parebhyo mattaś martyān atha sarvataś. The order carries a Lord Viṣṇu who are worshipped even by the demigod, possess wonderful bodily features exactly like those of Viṣṇu and are very rarely seen. The Viṣṇudūtas protect the devotees of the Lord from the hands of enemies, from envious person, and even from our jurisdiction, as well as from natural disturbances. There is in Bhagavad Gita a very famous statement Krishna makes. He says, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. He says, Arjuna, you go and declare, my devotees will not perish. So why is it that Krishna does not declare? Why he says Arjuna to declare? Because Krishna is very naughty. So many times he broke promises. Correct? You know that? Well, how many times he broke? Many times. Anyone you know particularly?
He said did not take up
Arms and lifted and attacked Bhishma in the middle of battle. At end of the war again, when Ashwathama had thrown the weapon to kill Parikshit Maharaj, he again he protected Parikshit Maharaj. He lifted his weapon, Gada, and he protected. Then
He tells Bhima also hit him.
yeah, he tells Bhima, you hit Duryodhana wrong place. So many times he broke whatever rules he wanted. Correct? Dharma is also Shatirada. Everything has come out from him. Basically, very nicely one devotee said, very, very nicely. This was in Mayapur, I had gone. He said, actually Krishna is very equal and always wants to follow the laws which he himself gives. But he loses control on himself when he sees his devotees. He just loses control on himself. He just throws aside. Actually, Arjuna was never in danger. Krishna can empower him. But Krishna wanted to teach this principle, his affection, that he cannot control himself when he sees his devotees in danger. And Prabhupada says at that moment that let the people call. Krishna doesn't mind. If people call he is a immoral man, Krishna doesn't mind all those things. He just wants to take care of his devotees. Correct? Similarly, people find fault with the Rasa Leela. They do not understand at all. They were all praying to Katyayani, we want Krishna as a husband, Krishna as a husband. Correct? So, and Krishna is Swarat. Never think Krishna is one seeking enjoyment. Okay, I'll satisfy you. Correct? That is how the Rasa Leela. So Krishna sees the devotees' desires, and at that moment he loses control on himself and becomes beauty of Krishna. It doesn't become a fault. Just like Krishna was stealing from the neighbor's house. What is it called? It's considered bad? Krishna is worship for that. Correct? Makanchor Krishna. So similarly, one more time Krishna did something very funny. He ran away from the battlefield. And there are, you know that, no? Jarasandha and what is the another fellow whom he got killed now with this time? Kala Yavana. They attacked. And so there were some more reasons actually. Krishna did not want to fight this time. He had many times annihilated their armies, many times, alone. He and Balaram used to just finish up their army. Krishna had come to reduce the burden on earth of the huge armies. But there were some reasons. At this moment, Krishna did not want to kill the armies. They finished this fellow Kala Yavana. He had attacked. So what did Krishna do? Was that he came down from the chariot and he started running. Two times he ran, no? One more time he ran to the top of the mountain and they burned the whole mountain. 2 times he has run. One time Kala Yavana, he got it killed by the Tapasvi, Muchukunda. And another place he ran to the top of the mountain, they burned the whole. It's the same instance? Same instance continues. Whatever. So this Kala Yavana, he runs behind. Jarasandha thinks he is a darpok, he has run away. And this Kala Yavana is running behind Krishna. And then Krishna enters a cave, you know that. And there one sage was sitting. What is the name? Muchukunda? Muchukunda. And he was in great tapasya. And Krishna hid. And something he did. He put his chadar over him or something. And when this fellow came inside, he thought, instead of first thing he ran away. And now he's sleeping. But actually Krishna was not sleeping. One sage was sleeping with the promise. He actually had fought. Many times there were some earthly kings who had divya astras. Because devotees also fight with divya astras. Therefore, all the people, they were going to devotees for astras, correct? From Indra they got Shakti. From Shiva they got Pashupati astra, correct? They were going to devotees who had astras. So they fight with divya astras, but sometimes people on earth also learn how to acquire them. And they are very powerful warriors then. So they are very powerful Kshatriyas. There are many examples. Even Indra participated in a war. Arjuna also participated, I think. There are so many people who have gone. We have one more instance of who surrendered in a moment to Krishna. What is his name? One moment Devatas told him, you have remaining in your life. Khatwanga Maharaj. One moment. He also fought for the Devatas. There are some instances the Kshatriyas on earth went to fight for the Devatas. Devatas have a constant problem with the Danavas. Okay. There is Star Wars going on always. They just dream, it is fact. Always is going on. That's how the Bali Maharaj once, he was part of the family of the Danavas. He conquered the whole universe. All the Devatas were hiding. They were so powerful. So this goes on. Generally Devatas win. Sometimes Danavas also predominate. But Devatas generally protected by the Lord. And here was this unique instance. Okay? But there are some Hiranyakashipu conquered. This Star Wars is always going on. So next what happens is that therefore this is the example now. So Muchukunda was fighting for the Devatas and he was very exhausted. And he that's how he got that blessing from Devatas only. And he said, I'm very tired now, very exhausted. Long time he had fought for that. I said, I just want to rest for some time now. And give me the blessing. If somebody disturbs my rest, I will burn him by my eyes. So he doesn't lie in an open place. In a deep inside a cave, he's sleeping. Correct? And Krishna knows everything. He runs. There's Kalavena behind him. Krishna enters the same cave. And he hides somewhere. Something he does. Put his chadar or something over him. So when this fellow comes, he sees, hey, this fellow is sleeping here. What is the nonsense? First thing he ran away, which he's not supposed to do. And then when I'm coming to fight inside, he's sleeping. So what he does, he kicks out, hey, get up, fight with me. So Muchukunda gets up. Just by his eyesight, he finishes him. Correct? You know that. So Krishna does funny things. There are so many reasons for actually doing things. In fact, he is perfect. Every act is perfect. And it is not easy to understand even activities of a great Vaishnava. And what you can understand, the activities of the Lord. Krishna's activity cannot be understood. Great devotees can reveal something. So therefore, it is not correct for ordinary man to start indulging in commenting on the Lord's pastime. First understand, you're not the body or spirit soul. Understand that first. Correct? Many times we find this obnoxious problem. People are so degraded in their personal life and they want to comment on the Lord. First, please understand, you're not body or spirit soul. Live a pure life and go to the devotees and in their shelter, understand the glories of the Lord. You cannot understand the glories of the Lord independently. That's not the way. Somebody has to hold your hand and take you to meet the Lord. Suppose you want to meet a very important person. Can you meet him directly? You need help of somebody, correct? Somebody can introduce you. Actually, we can, as I said, we cannot even show a face to Krishna. Some great devotee can take us. Krishna, here is your another servant. Please accept him. Therefore, we all take shelter of Srila Prabhupada because he is our connection to Krishna. He is going to introduce us to Krishna's lotus feet. Okay? So therefore, we are singing Guru Puja every day. It is not some ceremony going on. Here is an Acharya. Pray to him. If he accepts you, he can take you and introduce you to Krishna. Otherwise, Krishna knows him. He doesn't know us. That is how the thing is. It's very spatial actually. Okay, now so therefore Krishna says, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashati. Arjuna declares, Krishna will not let it go away. He will honor it. So therefore he says, Arjuna, you declare, my devotee will not perish. And Prabhupada is saying that because of that promise is there, the Viṣṇudūtas protected. Correct? We read the sweet line. When the Ajamila chanted Narayana, Viṣṇudūtas came and said, don't fear, don't fear. Very nice, don't fear. So this is the protection of Krishna coming through his devotees, so that is always there. But then we should not take advantage. Just like Prabhupada said once, he's giving a class, and then what happened, that some devotees were there, and Prabhupada said, see, in the Vedic times, women, children, old men are above any law. They are never punished. So all the women started smiling. They were very happy. Prabhupada, don't take advantage. So we should not take advantage because a privilege is there. So same way, in the material world, the devotees are specially protected. But we should not take advantage of that. Okay? We should behave like devotees. Otherwise, then we have to face, the example of Bharat Maharaj. Slight deviation, very, very slight deviation. You cannot call it gradually a sinful activity. One very interesting word we were Sunday reading. Vita raga bhaya krodha. You know that? Vita raga bhaya krodha. Raga means attachment. Vita means to give up. To give up attachment. So how do you know I am attached? Prabhupada says very nicely. He says, when you are neglecting a spiritual life, means you are attached to something. How beautiful it is. So the order of the Acharya is you should minimum chant 16 rounds. No, I don't have time. Means you are attached. Means you are attached to something. You are attached to TV, you are attached to some gossip, something. Why you are not chanting 16 rounds? Somewhere you are attached. Attachment means neglect of spiritual life. Correct? You read Bhagavad Gita, you don't have time. Correct? He had a famous instance, Forsatilla. And he proved him, that fellow. Actually, you are attached to watching TV. You are attached somewhere, therefore you are neglecting spiritual life. Correct? So we should be very clear. So Krishna's protection is there. And Bharat Maharaj, actually, he neglected his spiritual life. As such, directly, he was so advanced. He will not do sinful act. He is not like us. He is a very advanced devotee. When he was sitting and thinking about the Lord in the forest when he landed, the tears of love of Krishna were pouring from his heart. He was very advanced devotee. And what we discussed Sunday, the 8 stages, he's 9 stages, in the 8th stage, bhava, primary love for Lord. Correct? A very, very advanced devotee. Puta mad bhava magataha. Very, very advanced devotee. He's already reached the bhava stage. And now at this stage, you just see the deer, which is, small deer. A mother has died and a small baby deer is, floating in the river. And he picks it up and he gets attached. That is the problem there. He could have done little duty, maybe, Vaishnav the paradukataki, maybe he's given some grass and taken. And then he would have gone away. But he got attached. So attached, he forgot. How do you know he's attached? He stopped his sadhana. In fact, he becomes so attached that when he used to close his eyes to chant the mantras, the deer with the soft horns used to poke him. And he used to stop his chanting. In fact, he was just externally making drama. He lost all interest. So this is very, very, he neglected spiritual life. As I always said, if he wanted to play with the deer and attachment, why did he leave his kingdom crying? He was such a great king, whole kingdom cried when he left. It's the Vedic time. The kings used to say that, now enough I go, and whole kingdom used to cry. And personification, Lord Rama. When he said, I am going whole kingdom, Ayodhya walked away with him. Nobody stays in Ayodhya, including a rat or a squirrel. That is the level of attachment. But today is the reverse. When they are become 900-year-old also, they think, how country will run without me? And country people are thinking, my God, when this person leaves us. Reverse. But here Bharat Maharaj is feeling, no, they can do. But they say, no, we cannot live without you. We like you so much. So beautiful, actually. Vedic culture is so beautiful. So what is the need for him to abandon his family? What is the need? If he wants to be attached to the deer, then better sit in with the family in the palace. Why you made your wives cry, children's cry, whole subjects cry? Correct? If you want to live a life of attachment, then be at home. Spiritual life means life of detachment. Vairagya vidya nija bhakti yoga sikshartam eka purusha puranaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sharir Dhari Kripa Mundi Vasta Aham Prapadde. But anyway, Grihastha is said a life of attachment. Brahmacharya is the life of detachment. But Krishna consciousness is so powerful, it can take both of them back to God. Actually, Brahmacharya is a training period for life of both attachment and detachment. Prabhupada says very nicely one time. Okay? Because Brahmachari may sometimes become Grihastha, that is life of attachment. And we become sannyasi, correct? Which is life of detachment. For both, Brahmacharya is a nice training. So it doesn't matter. Krishna consciousness is so powerful. In fact, in other forms, you have to first take sannyas. If you go to many people who are impersonal in school, they say first take sannyas. They don't even talk to you before that. First take sannyas, then come. They abandon. Sannyas means they abandon everything. But here we say, doesn't matter, wherever you are situated, you can go back to God. The process is so powerful. It's such a powerful process. Children can also do, women can also do, man can also do, anybody can do. Wherever he is situated. Because other is a very weak process. It requires so much, just like restriction. Sometimes the doctor says, you take my medicine, doesn't matter. Whatever you eat and all. The medicine is so potent. If you have weak medicine, then there are so many other things. Okay, in some way I am saying. So here, this is one example. This is one very important line. Kaunteya pratijanihi namai bhakta pranashyati. Krishna is telling Arjuna, you go and declare, my devotee will never perish. And Ajamila life is actually, we see, protection. There was one more line here before, if I have time to expand something. There were two things here. Padam padam yat vipadam natesha. Actually, this world, every step there is danger. But not for a devotee. Devotee, there is no danger. Normal man, because we even understand. Normal man, how is the danger? He is in pursuit of material ambitions, material landmarks. These can be obstructed by so many things in this world. Devotee has no material ambition. He even has no spiritual ambition. He just wants to serve Krishna. So what obstruction can be there for him? There can be no obstruction for him. And another point is that Krishna personally protects them with his club. You can't touch him. There was one Lord Chaitanya's movement. And then what happened? The Chandkazi sent his people to stop the Sankirtana. You know what happened? Their beards got burned. And the next stage what happened, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Chandkazi to talk in his house, and they were discussing the philosophy, Chandkazi actually got defeated philosophically. And after that was over, he revealed something to Lord Chaitanya. He said, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked that after that one incident, you didn't send anybody to stop our Sankirtana. Why is it so? He said, because in the night, one ferocious form came when I was sleeping. And he was like a lion, Narsimhadeva, and put his nails on my chest. And he says, today I am sparing you. If you dare to break the mridangas or obstruct the Nama Sankirtana, I'll tear all of you apart. He said that. So Prabhupada says, don't worry, it is protected. In fact, it happened in one famous case also in Bombay, where some person took money. That's where the Juhu temple is there. He took money and did not give the land. You know, the devotees were innocent. That's what somebody was telling. Don't blame them most for so many mistakes they did. They were 50 years younger than Prabhupada. You know, what is the kind of generation gap? That's the kind of gap you have with your grandmother, correct? They were 50, even sometimes grandmother is not that gap. 50 years gap between Prabhupada and the senior most devotee. They joined at 16, 18, and the senior most used to be 30 years. And Prabhupada left the world at 82 years. Just imagine what a gap it was, correct? So they did a mistake. Youngsters, just like imagine young boys. They came to India and they paid money without having proper, papers in their hand. And this fellow cheated them. He said, no, land is not yours. Where is the papers? Had they taken money already? So Prabhupada came to him and said, no, I'm not sparing. Prabhupada fought with them, And if he put the case in the court and did everything possible, and said, I want to talk to him. Arrange a meeting. So arrange a meeting. Prabhupada tore him, blasted him. Shameless man, you're taking God's money, shame, this, that. Because when you obstruct Krishna's service, the anger of devotee is real. You can't imagine his anger. Huh? It's like Hanuman, when Lord Rama was insulted. His anger you cannot dream. It's a real anger. He burnt whole Lanka. When Prahlad Maharaj was being insulted, Narasimha also so angry, he tore apart Hiranyakashipu, he killed all his soldiers, and still he was burning in anger. Correct? Devotees show love, but when they show anger also is very difficult. That anger is real. You understand? Because real anger. Normal people, everything is a joke. Their love is also a joke, their anger is also a joke. Devotees' love is real and anger is also real. So what happened? The Prabhupada, I can understand, he was really angry. Because he has the mission of the Lord to accomplish, and this Tuchha Jiva is obstructing that idiot, rascal. Prabhupada blasted him. We could have understood what all of Prabhupada said. And Prabhupada came back. That man died in the night of heart attack. Prabhupada said, I prayed. Devotee said, Prabhupada, he died. Prabhupada said, yes, I prayed to Narasimha Deva. Finish that rascal. So actually it is true. The devotees have real anger. And this happened to Narasimha Deva when he was angry. And this. So devotees always protected. Always devotees are protected. Actually that protection is there. We are not aware of it. Devotees are aware. Karmani nirdahati kintu the bhakti bhajam. He only gets a sample. Yastu indra gopa mathavendra ahosa karma. Bandhanurupa phalabhajana matanoti. Even Indra Gopa to Indra, from a small insect like Indra Gopa to Indra, everybody is under bounds of karma. Bandhanurupa phalabhajana matanoti. Karma nirhardati kintu. Kintu means but. Everybody in this universe is bound by laws of karma. Kintu, but. Karma nirdahati. Completely the karmas are almost vanquished. Not fully. Therefore sometimes a small sample a devotee gets. Okay, so in this way we should understand devotees are protected. We should take complete protection. Another example of Prabhupada time was when he was in the cargo ship. 2 times Prabhupada got a heart attack. In 2 nights Prabhupada had several, acute chest pains. We get this is nowadays known as, there is one thing called cardiac arrest, and there is a, acute chest pains people get sometimes at old age. He had many times. And Prabhupada felt, because the ship was shaking like anything, Prabhupada was feeling so sick. He said, one more night I'll die. What to do? So at that moment, suddenly, he had a dream when he closed his eyes on the 3rd night. And he could see the Lord. Don't worry. And the sea became from that moment, still like a lake. And the captain was shocked. He said, I have gone so many times. What is this? Ship was just going like, Take care. Prabhupada actually writes that in his memories. So devotee is protected. Any devotee will be protected. But all our business should be there, that we are sincere. And what protection devotee wants? Devotee wants, don't want to forget the Lord. He doesn't want any other protection. Correct? People want varieties of protection. This should be protected. This should be protected. What devotee wants protection? My Lord, somehow, maybe after millions of births, Brahmanda Brahmite Koro Bhagyavan Jeev. Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lata Bij. With great fortune, I have got, my Lord, a seed of devotion unto your lotus feet. Let me not forget your lotus feet. That's only protection devotee wants. That Krishna will not take away. Correct? And even, actually, all auspiciousness belongs to a devotee. Even other things are protected. Krishna, devotee gets spatial glance of Krishna. So definitely, he gets all the protection. Srila Prabhupada ki. Srimad-Bhagavatam ki.